Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread and bluebirdneedlework.com. Welcome to my channel. My channel is on my hobbies. Primarily that's cross-stitching with a little bit of sewing and a tiny little bit of quilting thrown in. I also enjoy paper crafting. I like to make greeting cards, gift tags, gift card holders, treat boxes, that kind of thing. If you're returning, welcome back. I really am grateful that you've decided to come back and see what we've been up to this week. Well, to see the WIP parade. I've already done the video. It was up last week, hence the same outfit. And next week, the same outfit. I decided I was going to do a mid-year WIP parade. I wasn't going to do it, and then I thought, no, just go do it. So that's what I did. That's what I'm going to do. I went through all of my WIPs, and I was a little shocked at how many I originally thought that I had. I thought I had 112 WIPs. But when I went through them all, I realized that I had some projects that were kitted but didn't have the chart in there, or they were, but I know what it's for, or they were kitted minus the fabric, or I might be missing some of the floss. So once I pulled all of those out, I'm down to 88. So much better. Anyways, I'm going to do this in two parts. Partly because I am away this weekend training, and tomorrow I leave to go to our resident camp, and I won't be back until late afternoon next Saturday, and I will be exhausted. So I'm not doing any of it. I'm probably going to take a shower and take a nap and have somebody bring me food. That's pretty much what it's going to be. So I decided I'd film it in two parts. It'll cut down on the length as well as give you two videos 2 weeks in a row. So let's start this journey, shall we? I did not iron any of these. I just don't have the time. They're just going to get wrinkled again. The first one is Harrietta and Co. By Brenda Gervais. I am stitching this on, what am I stitching this on? Is there a tag? Oh, 32 count Winter Brew by R&R. And here's where I'm at. All of that white, taking a really long time. So what I'm going to do is when I come across a project that is at least 50% more or done, I'm going to drop it next to me over here, and I'm going to put it in a special place so that I can pull it for a Friday focus or a Sunday sampler project for the rest of the year. And also, I think when I go on vacation in August, last year I took projects that were 50% more or done, and I just decided I was going to work on one until it got done, and I got 5 things finished, which felt really, really good. So I think I'm going to do the same thing again this year. I keep going back and forth. Do I want to pick 1 or 2 projects and work on it, for days at a time, or do I want to do the WIPs? And now that I know that I have 88 WIPs, I think I want to take the projects that are close to being done and just knock them out. So this will be one of those, because she is pretty close, if not at the 50% mark. This one is by Plum Street Sampler. It's Falling. I am stitching this one on a 40 count platinum linen. Ugh. And here's where I'm at. Really close. It would be great to have this done so I could finish it for Thanksgiving. because this has been in the works for a while. I don't keep track of when I start things. Some of the pieces I know, some of them I don't know. I'm doing, and I use the term doing very sparingly, Country Cottage Needleworks, the Cottage series. But I haven't done all of them. I'm stuck on February. I've done about half. I have February, March, April, May, November, December, and January left to do. I think what my holdup was on this is the fabric that I chose I don't really like. It's not that it's, I don't know, it's just a very loose weave, and I just don't enjoy stitching on it. But here's where I'm at. If I could, these don't take very long. I really don't know, aside from the fabric, why I put these off, because they are super cute and I really do like them. So we'll keep trucking along. But I mean, look at all of this floss that I have. I've got the fabrics pre-cut, and look at all of the flosses. I mean, this is stuff that isn't in my stash to use. It's stuck in a project bag. And for something that I like, there's really no reason not to finish it. Redbird Sampler by Brenda Gervais. I am stitching this one on a 32 count Belfast linen. I don't know if Belfast is the color. I'm going to kind of think that it's not, but they didn't list the color. This would have been a finish, except I messed up on this motif here, and so I had to tear it out. And there we are. All I have to do is finish this motif and do the bird and that little rose up there and a rose over here, and I think a letter here, and I'm done. And I think I'm going to pull this letter out. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to put an S and a P here. But I would love for it to be finished and framed. So that's going into the pile. So this, all of the things I've shown so far may go on vacation with me. Keeper of the Pins by Brenda Gervais. Do you see a pattern? I have several of these done. Right now I'm working on Dame of the Needle. And this is a picture. This is a picture of her. And she's standing on a spool. And that's how much I've got done. And I'm stitching this on a Vintage Country Mocha 36 count. I even have a little bag of buttons for the one that has all the buttons on it. I think that would be darling. Right here. Very close to being done. I just need to finish it. Yeah, see? Let's do it this way. Got those done. And also I need to put the beads on. But I don't think I'll take the beads with me camping. So I'm not camping. We're not camping. Why would I say that? Vacation. Seed beads in a hotel room does not sound like a good time to me. Okay. This one I thought I was done with, but let's take a look. Okay, this isn't quite a WIP, but it is a series that I'm in the process of stitching. Sorry. It's getting a little steamy out here. I may have to turn, and now my hair is sticking everywhere. I'm sorry. I may have to take this one, even though it's not really a WIP, I might take it to work on it. I mean, if I could get this series knocked out on vacation, that would be fabulous. I have Penguin Pear left to do, Puffin Party, Whale Hello There, and the Narwhals. This was a series that Hands-On Design created, and the proceeds went to Special Olympics in their area. And then this one, it was a download only, a PDF only, and all of the proceeds from this chart purchase went to Special Olympics. I don't remember how much they got, they donated, but it was substantial. A couple years before Joann's closed, I went and I picked up this iridescent, yeah, you can kind of see it, rickrack, and that will be the trim around the ornament. And I'm stitching mine on a little bit different fabric. I'm stitching mine on Frozen Fractals instead of Polar Plunge, 32 count linen. And I chose this fabric because for the finishing, you're going to put paper on the backing of the board before you put the ornament on it. And the paper that I want to use is more of an aqua. And this fabric I felt looked a little bit better because it's got beautiful aquas and blues and a little bit of purple in here. It's just gorgeous. So again, I don't know what's holding me back on this one. It could be the color changes. I don't know, but it may make the cut to go with me. I may even start pulling some of this stuff out. Okay. This one you see just about weekly, but I'll show it again really quick. Star Wars. I got it on Etsy, the chart on Etsy. It's a big one. It's over 111,000 stitches. I've got under 5,000 done. 4,400 I think is what my total is, but that's where I'm at. And I'm stitching this one on a 40 count Verdal, VERDAL fabric. It's an even weave. It's soft. It's very easy to work with. I do like it a lot, actually. I pull this out every Saturday or most Saturdays, so that I can maybe have a shot at finishing it in a timely manner. This project is in a project bag by me with Project Bling by me. And this one is the Beach Quaker by Primrose Cottage. And I am stitching mine on a scrap of fabric, and I think it is 36 count raw Edinburgh linen. It got a little smushed. So we'll see if we can't. And there's my progress. It does show up a little bit better in person. I think it's kind of getting a little on the washed out side, but I like it. I love all of her Quakers. I want to do all of them. I'm also doing the Beach Boardwalk series. I have completed Ice Cream Shop. I am currently working on the Surf Shop. Nope. The Surf Shop. And I am stitching this on the called for, which is a 32 count Star Sapphire linen. And here is my progress. Again, I don't know why this one's, taking so long, because I think it is absolutely adorable. I really do want to get it done. But for some reason, I drag my feet. I had made a mistake down here, and so I had to tear most of that out and restitch it. But I would like to pull it out. I would like to get the surf shop done by the end of summer. So this one does need to come out a couple more times probably for me to get that one finished. This might be a good vacation one too, but I'm not going to put it in that pile. This is my birthday start from 2025. Let It Snow by Brenda Gervais. I do want this one finished by August. It doesn't need to be fully finished, but I would like for it to be finished. I am stitching this on 40 count Snow Flurries linen by Live and Dye LA, and I am very, very close to a finish. I just have a few more snowflakes, and then I need to fill in the branch and add the greenery, and it's good to go. So I really do need to pull this out and get it done. Haven't decided how I'm going to finish that. I'm leaning towards a frame, but I'm not 100% sold on that. This is the piece that I am going to stitch on the 4th of July. I have started it. I'm not going to start a new one, I don't think, but I am going to pull out America 250 by Plum Street Samplers. I am stitching this on a 40 count Saltbush linen. I believe it's Saltbush. And I got the silk conversion from the attic in Mesa, Arizona. I think it's Saltbush. It doesn't matter. It's beautiful. So somehow I got off down here and I opted not to frog it. So in order to make sure that the rest of it does not get out of whack, I am going to come over here and start stitching over here and then stitch down and then figure it out as I get a little bit further down there. And so that's my goal is to stitch, in this area here tomorrow. We'll see how far I can get. We are going to a barbecue, so I'll probably have a little bit of stitching time in the morning and a little bit in the afternoon, or I'm sorry, the evening. So we'll see how far I get, but this one, it's going to be so beautiful. I enjoy stitching on that one a lot. This one is in a project bag from Lorraine from Shanebrook Cottage. I love this one so much. For those of you that are new or don't know, my son is a Marine. And when she made this project bag, she did do a giveaway, and I was lucky enough to win. But I love it so much. It really means a lot to me. And in here I have Grand Old Flag by Brenda Gervais. And I'm stitching this on 40 count bronze linen soft by Color and Cotton. So they'll take a colorway and they will stitch it. I mean, not stitch it. They will dye it in different shades from soft to bold. And so this is the soft one, and I love the way it looks. And I'm using the called for, so I really need to get working on this one. Next, I have 12 monthly minis. I do that often. That's how things are going to get messed up. "12 Monthly Minis" by Primrose Cottage. And I am stitching this on a 32 count buttermilk by Live and Dye LA. I'm using some of the called for. When I'm stitching these up, I'm looking for the called for. If I don't have the called for, I am making substitutions from my stash. This is just a fun stitch for me. It's not heirloom quality. You know, I'm sure that these will not make it into the children's homes after I'm gone, but you know, they look cute anyways. So I'm just kind of going with whatever I've got. And so this is May. And I'm stitching them all on this fabric so they will at least all be consistent. And I've got January, February, March, April at the bottom, and May at the top. So I think I'm going to keep this one out because I only have floss pulled through May. So I think I want to look ahead and pull floss from June through at least August or September. We Are Blessed by Teresa Kogut. I did make this purchase through 141, Chantel's 141 Design Company, and I've got the drum. I do need to paint it. Oh gosh, hot. It just all of a sudden got really, really warm. I could turn the air on, but why? And I think this came in a kit with the fabric and the floss and the chart and the finishing. So I'm not quite sure what I'm stitching this on. I think it's the called for, which is 36 count mica by Cedar River Linens. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous stitch. And that's where I'm at with him. I think this one might go with me on vacation. It's not quite halfway, but I think we're close enough. Bluebirds of Happiness by JBW Designs. Bluebirds because, hello, bluebird. I stalled out on this one because I was missing some colors. I think I have fixed that issue, but I haven't really pulled it out. So it does need some attention. And I'm stitching this on Legionnaire Latte by R&R Reproductions. And that's where I'm at. Just a sweet, small little sampler. This one's been going on for a while. I think I bought this one on vacation 2 years ago. So we need to move that along. And then the blue flower from Happy Campers. This one I really do enjoy. It's such a cute and fun stitch. I am stitching this on 40 count milk chocolate linen. And I did make a color change. I changed the night sky because it was I think the called for was cadet, and it was more like this color. And I really wanted it to reflect the night sky. So that's what I did. And this is one where I really am enjoying the stitching on it. It's a little overwhelming, but once you get going and you can see it come to life, it really is a fun one. I kind of want this hanging in my office at work because I work at a camp. I think it would be darling. It also would be cute out here in this room. This one is Snow Day Friends by Teresa Kogut. It was the November 2025 ornament from her Patreon club. I'm stitching this on 40 count vintage country mocha. I'm not quite halfway done, but this might be a good one to take on vacation as well because it's really cute. Just doing fill in on the deer, and then I'll continue working on the snowman. So, very sweet. I think what I'll do is I'll outline, so all I have to do is fill in. That would be, I think that was my goal. Scarecrow Lane, sampler and drum. I started the sampler. I want to do both. I bought the kit, so this is, what is this? Probably the called for. I'm not quite sure what it is. Let me see if I can find that. .36 count Hawthorne. I am going to assume, because I did purchase it as a kit somewhere, I don't remember where, that it is the correct linen. Oh, no, wait, let me look. Yes, 36 count Hawthorne. She even gives you instructions on how to take this piece of linen to get both pieces stitched out of it, which is really clever. And there we go. This was one sitting, and it was so much fun. I really have been looking at this in my pile going, I should pull that out. And I'm probably will do that here in the next week or two. I'm not quite ready for fall stitching just yet, but I think it would be fun just to move these things along. I'm really trying to stitch a little of each season all year long. Next is Martha's Bird. I did a start along with Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim, and of course she's finished with hers, and it's beautiful and stunning and all the things. And here I am. I'm getting stuck because of the confetti stitching, if I'm honest. I'm stitching this on 40 count Newcastle linen in the colorway Earth. I'm sure that the darkness of this fabric is not helping me any. I will be finishing this in a circular frame or in a circular finish, and there is my status. I won't take this one on vacation because the fabric is difficult enough to try to maneuver, let alone on vacation. But I've been seeing this one too and thinking, golly, I should probably pull him out because he's so sweet. Bluebird Garden by Artful Offerings. And I'm stitching this on a 40 count ale by Picture This Plus. Here we go. He could go on vacation with us too. He's not quite 50%, but I think he's an easy enough stitch. Maybe I'll try to pull him out before we go and see how far I can get. Maybe I'll wait on that one. Okay, next one in a project bag by me with the sweet little bag charm from Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet, Riley Blake Designs. This is Renewal. Again, a Patreon chart from Teresa Kogut. It's really cute. And I'm stitching this on a scrap, well, part of a scrap. Do I have it, what it is? I don't. I'm not sure what this is. It's a mystery. And that's where I'm at. I just started this a couple weeks ago, so, you know, I've got some time on this one, you know, plenty of time to still put in. It's not like it's been sitting here for a long time. Summer Trio by Brenda Gervais. I have this one finished and done, and now I'm working on the bird. This one will go on vacation with me. And if I get this one done, I'll take it anyway so I can get the second one done. I'm stitching this on a little bit different fabric. What am I stitching this on? 36 count Zion Sunset. I want to say Lost in Linens, but I'm not sure. It's an Etsy seller. But here it is. I'm not thrilled with my straight stitches or my French knots there, but I think that's what's the charm of it, right? So I think I'll drop this in the vacation pile. We'll see what happens. I could pull it out for a Friday focus, who knows? This is Liberty by Brenda Gervais. You can certainly tell who my favorite designers are, right? No secret there. This is 40 count soda bread linen. And I really, this is by Wabi Sabi. I really like this fabric. I think I need to get some more of it. And here we go. I mean, look at how those colors are just popping off that fabric. I really like it a lot. Yeah, that's a good one. I have a frame that I didn't like for something else, and I kept it. I'm hoping that one of these from Brenda Gervais will fit in it. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but I just, it would be great to be able to use that frame. In this project bag, I have several things. I'm currently working on Land of Liberty by Brenda Gervais, and on this one I decided I am only going to stitch the top half. And I am stitching this on 40 count Summer Khaki, and for the longest time I got stuck on the buntings, but that is now done, and Here it goes. I wanted to stitch on it a couple weeks ago and I couldn't find it. But I found it, so now I'll put it into rotation. It really is pretty. I had a little debacle with the buntings on that, the blue. I ran out of blue for the bunting, and I had another color and the dye lot was way off. And so I pulled out the original blue that I picked and I stitched it with the newer blue that I had so that it would match better. And I actually like it much better. It's a deeper blue, so that makes me really happy. I'm pulling out Fruit Salad Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I did a bold choice on this one for fabric because I was just in that kind of a mood. And I picked 36 count Peach of My Heart linen by Fiberlicious. And here we go. It's kind of a pinky peach. But I really like it. I need to pull her out and work on her some more. Yeah, just something different, something fun. I thought, why not? I will finish this into a pillow. I did pick up the finishing kit, and this fabric will look fine with it. But then I found in my stash this fabric that I think I might like a little bit better. So I haven't quite decided. And there may be another fabric that has come in since that I might like even more. So we'll see how that all goes. Red, White, and Blue Quilt by Primrose Cottage. This one I have not pulled out in a long time because it is giving me the business. Somehow I messed up on my counting and I just lost steam on it, but I want to finish it because I love it. I'm not sure what I'm stitching this on because it looks like it's a scrap. And here we are. So I'll pull this back out probably soon and continue working on it because I do think the quilt charts that she has are really adorable and they really make a nice little extra pillow in a dough bowl or something. This is my monthly weigh-in series. I am still working on June. I still have several months to go. There is no rush. I'm stitching this on the 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, which is the called for, and here is my progress. I made a lot of progress on this in the last 2 weeks because I took it into camp when I had to stay overnight one night and stay until like 10 o'clock another night. So I just worked on this while I was out there supervising. This one will go with me on vacation because it is more than halfway done. This one is in a project bag by me with one of my labels. And this was a special offering by Stacy Nash, Little Pink House Pin Keep Drum. I saw it and I loved it. It's being stitched on, it was an exclusive from Homespun Needlework. It came with pins. 36 count Cocoa by Weeks Dye Works is the linen, and the floss came with it. And here I am. I had a really fun time stitching this. I don't know why. It's kind of got lost in the shuffle. I mean, let's be honest, it's because I have 88 things going on. But I think it's beautiful. I will try to give it some love very soon. Next is a piece that it does not have a picture of the finished piece, so I can't show it to you, but it was in the Happiness is Homemade cookbook from the 2024 Nashville Needlework Market cookbook. And it is the Teresa Kogut submission. And I'm stitching it on 36 count Patriots Brew. And here is where I'm at. And I love him. He's so cute. So I will take this with me on vacation. Project bag made by me. Patriotic Pears. The red one is stitched. I'm working on the blue one. I did not like, ooh, that's an extra piece of blue. I did not like the way the white was showing up, so I restitched. I started over again, stitching it with the blue floss, and I like it so much better. And so here's where I'm at. These are very, very quick to stitch up. This could go with me as well if I could find, I don't have a cream colored or a white colored fabric yet, a neutral, so if I could pick a neutral, oh, maybe soda bread. That one would be fabulous. I'll cut a piece and put it in here so that I can stitch it maybe while I'm on vacation as well. So that one will go with me too. And then in this bag, I did make this bag. It is from a Lori Holt bag panel from a couple years ago. And this one I have Lily, the animal cracker. And I worked on her recently, but here she is again because she's so cute. Veins of History, 36 count, Live and Die LA. This one would be a good one for the white pear as well. And she could go on vacation with me as well. Oh. I forgot the pear pattern. That wouldn't be helpful. Not all of those are going to make the cut. Okay, so that's it for basket number 1. Hold, and I'll be back with basket number 2. Okay, I'm back. I had to turn the air on. I apologize to get some air circulating in here because it's a hot one today. It is 79, but in my room it feels like it's 99. Okay, this one is in a project bag made by me, but it's from Lori Holt's project bag panel. Dreaming of Poppies by Rosewood Manor, designed by Karen Kluba. I'm stitching this on 32 count Winter Moon linen. And here she is. She is stunning. She's so pretty. I did pull her out recently. I will pull her out a few more times this summer at least, I'm sure. I would love to get her finished, but I'm kind of taking my time a little bit with her because I'm enjoying it so much. This Bee's Got Knees. It's a mattress finish. I'm stitching mine on 32 count Sleepy Hollow linen by Live and Die LA. A lot of Live and Die LA because I went to a retreat and picked up a bunch of her fabric. So here we go. In person, those colors really do kind of pop off of the fabric. It's a little hard to tell. Plus, I think when things aren't filled in, it's harder to tell, but it really is a pretty piece. And I need to pull it out a little bit more. I would love for this to be a finish. I really, really would. Not quite at the halfway mark. I don't know that I want to take that on vacation with me. This is in a project bag made by me with bling, and it's got the cupcake on it, a couple of cupcakes, and a happy birthday charm. So I know that this is a birthday stitch that I started. And this is Summer Quaker by Lila Studio. No, Lila Studio, sorry. And I am stitching this one on something fabulous, I'm sure. Let's see. 37 count Russian tea cake linen. And here is my progress. I want to focus on stitching these little diagonal corners, because that color is used a lot and I have another dye lot issue, and so I figured if I can get these corners stitched and they're all in the same color, then I can use the other dye lot for other Quaker motifs inside of it. I also saved that color by this one not stitching it all in that color. I picked a lighter blue and the green to stitch that, and I will do that in a couple other places as well. But I really enjoy this one a lot. I should pull it out more often. It is 36 count, but I am stitching 2 over 2, and that's by mistake. When I started it, I was so excited to start it. We were on vacation in Tennessee, and I just couldn't wait, and I just put 2 strands of floss on my needle and I started stitching, and it wasn't until I got a good chunk done that I realized what I had done, and I thought, I'm not doing it. I liked the look of it. I thought I can muddle through, there's worse things, and so I am stitching that one 2 over 2, which is a little unusual for me. This one is in a project bag made by me with bag bling made by me. The back. It's a real fun little bag. I wasn't sure how this one was going to turn out, the bag, and I was really happy when it was all done. In here I have the Fanciful Sampler by Little Robin Designs. I do have this chart in my inventory for my store. I'm stitching this on 46 count Mayflower linen by Fox and Rabbit, because I wanted it to be tiny and petite, and this is where I'm at. Oh, there's the needle. It does look like there's a little mistake there. That is how it's charted. Love the colors. I thoroughly enjoy this one when I pull it out. It probably should come out a little more frequently, if I'm honest. This one is Butterfly Cloche by Hello from Liz Matthews. It came out a while ago, 2021. I've loved it ever since I first saw it. I'm stitching this on 40 count Cafe Olay sand linen. And here is where I'm at. The butterflies are a little time consuming, but they're gorgeous. I was originally thinking I was going to hang this one in my bathroom, in my bedroom. It's a little half bath. And then I was thinking this would look really pretty in my main bathroom. My main bathroom is a real pretty pale blue, almost of like an aqua blue wall color with gray tile, and this would look really pretty in there as well with the blue butterflies. So I haven't quite decided which I want to do yet. This piece is in a bag by me with bling by me. And this one is the 324 sampler by Works by ABC. I am stitching this on a 40 count optical white linen. And here is where I'm at. Would love to get this one done. It will be done in 2027 would be my guess. That would be my goal. Because it really is a pretty one. And it's fun to stitch. It really is. Okay, this is Jessie Challenor, 1904. It came in two colorways, the bold and the muted, and I was going to buy the bold, and I came home with the muted from the Attic Needle Workshop. And why? Because they had this one, they had both of them stitched. This one was in a probably a 56 count, and it was a little like beanbag pillow, like just a slouchy little pillow, and it looked adorable. And this one was framed, and I really kind of fell in love with it for some reason. And I'm stitching this one on bronze, 40 count bronze linen by Color and Cotton, and it is the bold version. So remember, I had the soft version of this a while ago. Now here is the bold version. Here we go. She's fun. Really is. And I did the silk conversion on this. I treated myself for my birthday, and I decided I would do the silk conversion. And I've got all of them tucked away in this bag here with my cat hair. You know, when you have a super fluffy cat that likes to sit on you when you're stitching, you know, you're gonna get some fur in whatever project you're doing. This is another piece I'd like to have in my office at work. I'm stitching this out of Cross Stitch for the Earth. I do have this book linked in my Amazon shop, so if you are wanting to pick it up, please do so. I took it to FedEx and got it trimmed and spiral bound, and it's working really well for me. And I'm stitching Unplug and Go Outside, and there's quite a bit of confetti stitching in here, so I don't work on it often, but when I do, I thoroughly enjoy every single stitch. And here is where I'm at. It's really fun because now it's starting to come together, and the shapes and the elements are starting to appear. So this is a good one. This one is being stitched on something small. 40 count cream linen by Zweigart. Using the call for, which I think is DMC. Next I have Susan's Little Sampler. I've been talking too long. Susan's Little Sampler by From the Heart, Needle Art by Wendy. Sweet, sweet, small little sampler that has been lamenting in my WIPs for a while. 40 count lamb's wool linen is what I'm stitching this on, and here is where I'm at. Not sure why it's taking so long. I think at one point I didn't have all of the flosses, so if I get to a point where I need the floss that I'm missing, it stalls me out. But it's super sweet. I like it a lot. Not quite 50%, but I could potentially take it on vacation. Floral motif sampler. I bought this a couple years ago from the attic. I just bought the chart, and then my husband that year for Christmas, he's like, I want to get you something else. What can I do? What do you want? And I thought of this chart, and I said, can I call the attic and have them kit it up for me with the silk? And he's like, sure. So that's what I did. And I wanted it to be a 40 count. So it's Sampler Gold by Color and Cotton, a linen, and the silk conversion from them. They do really, really nice silk conversions. And I love it so much. Here we go. She's so pretty. This is another one that I am not pushing it along because every time I pick it up to stitch, I enjoy every single stitch. The floss pulls through the fabric like butter. It is just a delight. So I find that I'm dragging my feet on this one because I want to make it last a really long time, which is ridiculous in one sense, but there she is. And she looks even better in person. She is just stunning. I am not participating in the current sal by Teresa Kogut because I'm still working on the last sal by Teresa Kogut, and I don't have a picture of the whole thing, so I'm not going to pull it out. But this is the Hometown sal, and I'm stitching it on the called for, which is 40 count Up in the Attic linen, I believe, by Cedar River Linens. And here is where I'm at. I did really, really well through the second month of staying on top of it, and then I am now like 2+ years, a year behind. Long and narrow. It's going to be fabulous when it's done. Oh, I love it so much. For someone who doesn't really like to stitch houses, I really am enjoying this one. Maybe it's because it's all buildings. I don't know. But I am enjoying it. This is Honey of a Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I am stitching this one on a 32 count vintage country mocha linen. And here we are, and here's as far as I've gotten in a really long time. So there's that. It will stitch up quickly. I don't know why I'm hesitating. I did have to start it over though because I messed up somehow. I don't know what I did, but I started it over. So I will finish this motif and I'll make that into something like a tiny little pillow or a scissor fob or something. But yeah, there we are. Haven't decided if I'm going to finish it on a board like this or if I'm going to make a drum out of it. I think originally I wanted to do a drum. Now I'm not so sure. Scarlet House and Topley, 1802. I saw Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch work on this several years ago, like when I was first getting back into stitching in 2021, and I went on the hunt to find this chart. I found it and I started stitching it, and I am stitching it on 40 count Night Sky Edinburgh linen. Nope, 36 count Edinburgh linen by Fiber on a Whim. Night Sky. Kind of a long, narrow one, and here's where I'm at. The colors really do kind of pop off a little bit better in person, but I love it. I stalled out a little bit because somehow I got off in through here, and then I ran out of, I didn't have a particular color. I think I have purchased that color and I just haven't picked it up. So this one I need to make some movement on. I like doing WIP parades because it reconnects me with some of these stitches. And helps me move forward. This one, oh, this one. Chicken Club, Florence. It came out in 2023, and here we are. I've done one or two, and then there's this, maybe this is my second one. And I stopped for a couple of reasons. I think I want to restitch these, and I think I want to restitch them on a linen, and I want to make it a higher count linen to make them smaller, because I think this would look really, really cute mounted on something in my garden window in my kitchen. My kitchen is roosters and kind of a farm theme, and so I would like to do that, which means I have to restitch the first one as well. Because and the other thing is like I bought all of them, but why? Why do I have all of them? I don't know what I was thinking. I have the floss pack. So I was thinking that if I did them in a smaller way, like a smaller linen, I could utilize it in a more, I could utilize it better in my everyday life. Because I do like them. I think they're super cute. This was a quarterly it was a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive. I don't have a photo of it. It's a sunflower piece, I'm sure. Oh, here we go. I bought the kit, I bought the fabric, I went all in. It's stitched on 14 count Icelandic gray Ada. And I've been pulling this out now for several years thinking I should UFO it. But then when I think about it, I'm like, this would make a darling panel on a project bag. So here I sit. Maybe what I need to do is pull it out and work on it. Maybe it needs to be a monthly thing that I touch, so that and then after maybe 2 or 3 months of doing that, if I still am bored with it, then maybe I will UFO it. I don't know. I mean, I even bought fabric for the project bag and everything. I bought these fabrics because I wasn't sure which way I wanted to go. So I don't know. And if I'm undecided, I shouldn't get rid of it just yet. So it goes back into the WIP pile. I'm sure you'll see it at the end of the year, and nothing will have changed. This one is Love One Another by Monticello Stitches. I am stitching this one on 40 count colonial parchment by Fabrics by Stephanie. And this one is a little tricky because of the flowers. There's several colors in each of those flowers, and so when I'm getting to a page finish, it's really hard for me to move over to that next page. So I think that's partly why this is taking some time. But it is stunning, and I really like the colors on it a lot. So it gets pulled out like once a year. And I put in, I don't know, 100 stitches or so. But I really need to get over it, and I really need to either make copies of the chart and tape it together so that it makes a little more sense, which probably is what I should do. But honestly, I do love it, and I think it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. What attracted me to it was the colors. Just bright, vibrant. That purple is unexpected. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. I don't want to change it. So there's that one. This one I picked up in Colonial Williamsburg when we were there a few summers ago. The Mercy Hopkins sampler. They had a couple of different samplers there, and it tells you the story of her, and this is her sampler. It came with the fabric and the floss, it's a lot of blended colors, so I wound up putting them on floss drops and putting the symbol and the color number on there, so that I would know. And like this one, you can see there's 2 colors there because you take 1 strand of each for that symbol. So it's complicated. I do enjoy it when I do stitch on it. I think the colors are beautiful. They're so stunning and gorgeous. Not wild about the linen, but it's okay. So here's where I'm at. I need to pull this out and work on it a little bit more because it will be gorgeous when it's all done. Rusts and teals, deep teals, blues, real pretty. It was a complete kit. All the floss, fabric, a needle, the chart, directions. 2 pages worth of directions for this one. A Study in Garden Fairies by the Artsy Housewife. Really darling. I am stitching this on 40 count wet sand by Be Stitch Me, and here is what I've got. I haven't worked on it long enough to really get a flow going, but that's kind of where I'm at. I think what I need to do is maybe start working up the stem of the flower and start working a little bit on that butterfly, and I think that might spur me on a little bit. The border is a lot of counting, but I don't want to take that border off. I think it would lose something if that border came off. So there's that one. Okay, 2 of my 4 WIP baskets are complete. This has been quite a lengthy video, and I'm glad that I'm splitting it up. So I'm going to not belabor this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And stay tuned next week for part 2 of the mid-year WIP parade. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Be sure to share the video, like the video, comment on the video. I read the comments. I love to read the comments. I will respond either with liking it with the little heart emoji, or I will actually respond to you. When I get a chance to, I do like to do that. When I have a minute, I like to do that. Helps our channel grow, helps it get out there, and that means the world to me. We're building a lovely little community here on the channel, and I just like to see it grow. So that's it. Until next time, happy stitching. Bye.